In this video, I wanted to talk about how to fix your shoulders. So in our flexion-dominated society, a lot of people are suffering from exaggerated internal rotation at the shoulders. So from driving, working at the desk, at a computer, all of our technology has us rounded forward. And even in the gym, a lot of people are focused more on like bench pressing, bicep curls, all those, the mirror muscles, the stuff they see in the mirror, pulling them more into that rounded forward posture. So a lot of people are suffering from impingement at the shoulder joint. So they're getting a lot of discomfort due to muscle imbalance and overuse. So what I want to talk about now is some ways to deal with common areas of instability or lack of range of motion, as well as muscle imbalances, common muscle imbalances in areas where people get pain. First of all, we're going to introduce active range of motion. This means we're going to avoid passive stretching, forcing any range against external resistance. So we're going to do unloaded active range of motion through whatever pain-free range you can handle. From there, we're going to go into isometric, or holding the weak positions to strengthen and engage the muscles in those weak positions. Getting started, we're looking at active range of motion. And this is simply working within pain-free range. So you're going to gradually increase range of motion into overhead extension and try to bring your arms as far as you can pain-free. So if you can only bring it to about here before you start having to arch back, that's the range you work with initially, and then gradually over the period of several sessions, several days, increase that active range overhead as far as you comfortably can. You may have more range on one side versus the other, depending on which shoulder is more affected. That's fine. You want to work within that active range. Same thing with horizontal extension, bringing the shoulder blades back and working within an active range that way, and then back behind you as well in this plane. And then working with an active range of motion for shoulder rotations. Again, where you're pain-free, gradually work within that range, gradually increasing as you're able, and the same thing in the other direction. Okay, and moving on from active range of motion, when you're ready for it and you can do this pain-free and you've started to increase your active range without load, then we're going to introduce isometric exercises, static holding exercises. Okay, so for the isometric exercises, we're going to be primarily looking at what I call the Whitey shoulder complex, W-I-T-Y. You're going to start off with the W position. This is bringing the elbows into the body, working on as much external rotation as you can handle, and bringing the shoulder blades down. Try not to tense up into your neck. Neutral neck position, retracting and depressing the shoulder blades, and engaging that for at least 10 to 15 seconds. From there, we're going to the I, arms down to the sides of your body, externally rotating the arms, thumbs facing upwards as much as you can, and leaving your legs and hips relaxed. And then we're going on to the T, arms straight out to the sides of the body, thumbs facing up, and finishing off with the Y, overhead, letting your shoulder blades elevate now, and reaching up, out to the sides, elbows as straight as you can, off the ground, and relax. And you should feel that all in your mid-back around your shoulder blades and scapula. Now we're moving on to isolation exercises. The first one we're going to look at is called the wall slide. You're going to come up against a flat wall with your feet off about 6 to 8 inches off the wall. Get your butt, shoulders, and arms against the wall. Rest your head against the wall. Now, depending on your range of motion, your flexibility here, a lot of people can't even get their arms back onto the wall here, but you do want to keep your butt on the wall, and if you're able to, flatten out that lower back. Press that lower back against the wall while your arms are up in like a goalpost or 90-degree position at the elbows. So from here, you want to keep your forearms, your hands, and your elbows on the wall, and slowly reach upwards, keeping that perpendicular to the floor position of your forearms. Reach upwards as far as you're able until you feel your elbows wanting to come off or your hands wanting to come off the wall. That's the range you can work with. So here's about as high as I can get until my elbows start to come off. I'm a little tight from shoulder workout yesterday, so I can definitely feel this. So you may feel this in the shoulder joint itself, in the deltoids, but after several repetitions, you should feel your mid-back or around the shoulder blades really getting involved on keeping that back against the wall as you move within this wall slide position. Okay. So work in the 8 to 12 repetition range here, nice and slow, trying to let your arms track along the wall and keeping your back against the wall while you do it, focusing on all of those mid-back stabilizers, all those scapular stabilizers. Push-up variations before you progress onto chest pressing free weight exercises. Really learn to control your body with a push-up movement. Either feet elevated, hands on the floor, feet on the floor, using TRX straps or rings for stability, weighted push-ups. Get really comfortable and strong with your proper form on a push-up, and then consider moving on to external load once push-ups become very easy. Now, the duration of time you want to spend on each phase of this corrective program really depends on you. How quickly you're recovering, how well you're progressing, your pain reduction, mobility improvement, and your strength enhancements.